What's going on, everybody? Steve again with Raiken Profit, coming back to you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing our second live hangout. First, I want to ask you folks to leave a comment in the comment section right now. I'm going to be checking it out to let me know if the audio is all right. So I'm kind of going to just mess around right now with a few things and check the comments to see if you can hear me okay. Today was a pretty crazy day. Up very early, probably up at about 7 a.m. and hit the yard sales today. My mother and I, we hit about 10 yard sales in Connecticut. There's not a ton of them out right now, but the season's just kind of getting started, so people are coming out. And I found a lot of really, really awesome items today. But my main scores are at a thrift store. Today there was a grand opening of a thrift store. What's going on, everybody? Steve again with Raiken Profit. Sorry about that. There was a grand opening for a new thrift store today in town, and it was a Salvation Army. It actually had closed its original location, and it opened up a new location down the road. But they had a whole bunch of new inventory in there, a lot of new tag stuff, and just found some absolutely amazing things. So got a lot of good stuff in store for you folks today. A lot of awesome finds, clothing finds, board games, a few other side things that I sold, but trust me, this is a live hangout and a haul that you're definitely going to want to check out. So bear with me for one moment. I'm just going to check the comments to see if the audio is all right, so definitely let me know. The last thing I want to do is go through this whole hangout without being able to have you folks hear me. All right, we got Eula McPherson. Sorry about that, slaughtering your name. In the comments said audio is perfect. All right. Thank you very much for stopping by. So, yeah, things are going well over here. Like I said, busy day. Been spending a lot of time on the new book that I am working on right now called Blazing Profits, which is pretty much just an overall guide to making money selling blazers, sports coats, and suits. And initially, I thought the book would only maybe be around 100 pages, but the book's already at about 300 pages, just about done. But a whole bunch of content there, especially if you're new and you don't have anything or have any knowledge with this type of items. I mean, it is just a boatload of knowledge for you folks. But crazy book that I'm working on right now, and I'm actually going to be bundling it with some exclusive videos, some templates, some PDFs, and I'm also trying to get some interviews with some people as well, just adding more value to the actual product itself. So really excited about that. That should be up and ready to go by July, hopefully. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. But looks like we got some viewers joining the room. Let's see if anyone's talking. Shout some people out real quick before we get into the haul video. We got DJ Castelli Ja in the comment section. What is going on? R. Dennis, Amanda Bruce, how you doing? We got Nico, yes, 223. What is happening? Hope you're having a good day. All right, so let's get started. Let's jump into this haul video and have some fun. First clothing item that I found was actually at the Salvation Army. And again, if you're just joining, the Salvation Army had its grand opening today. And the prices weren't necessarily super cheap. They were decent, but there was a lot of new inventory there. A lot of people donated. Particularly one person donated a lot of the same thing. I know that for a fact. I'll get into that as we get into the haul, but let's get into it. So this is a pair of Nike shorts. It's kind of got like a satin feel. It's almost like the shorts that the boxers wear. It's got that silky satin feel to it. Brand new with tags. Looks like it's an adult size small. $20 MSRP, but it is definitely vintage in nature. Looks like it's maybe from the 90s, just based on the tag. But I wouldn't be surprised if I get 20 or 25 for that. I paid $1.99. And let me see if you can see all right. There might be a glare. I apologize for that. Next item. And I'll tell you right now, I got a lot of new tag items. So, I mean, it was absolutely amazing. $2.99 Da Vinci, brand new with tags. This is a beautiful dress shirt / button front shirt. Oxford collar. As you can see, it's got the brand new with tag. Paid $2.99 for this puppy, and should bring in anywhere between maybe 20 to 40. I got to do some more research on that, but a lot more than $2.99. This is an amazing score. Holy mackerel. I almost did a backflip in a thrift store when I saw this. Versace, brand new with tags. Here's the tag right there. I don't know if you can see it. It still has the actual original Versace bag that the shirt came into, the poly bag. It's the V2 style by Versace, $3.99. Not sure if you could see the tag. I'm sure you can't. The glare's kind of messed up in my room, but size 15 regular, $3.99. Wouldn't be surprised if this brought in somewhere around the 100 mark, maybe more. Check out Versace V2 new with tags. Boom! Next item is another brand new with tags, and I tell you right now, I haven't had a day in a thrift store like this in a while. It was crazy in this place today. I don't know what was going on, but Hugo Boss, brand new with tags. It's definitely vintage. It's got the Saks Fifth Avenue tag, so definitely a really nice item right there. It looks like it has some type of embroidery underneath the collar area. Again, I'm sorry, you probably can't see that, but $2.99, who knows? Maybe 30, 40, 50. We have another button front shirt, another shirt new with tags. Yeah, you can see the tag right there. It looks like the brand is Penguin. And paid $2.99 for this. It was a Heritage Slim Fit version. Really nice peach color to it. Maybe about 35 or 40 bucks for that. Maybe around 30, I don't know. A decent brand, but it looks like it's vintage again. I can tell right now that one person donated a lot of these shirts because they're all the same size. They're all new with tags. And, yeah, I mean, can't complain. It's days like this where you're just really excited. All right, next item up. I don't even know if I should try to pronounce this brand. Whatever, I'll do it for fun. Yes. Ves Saint Laurent, maybe that's how you spell it. YSL is the initials. Again, another shirt, brand new with tags. Paid a whopping $2.99, and who knows, maybe 40, 50 bucks, somewhere around there. At least 20 or 30. Next item is another new with tags item. The brand, Tommy Hilfiger. And, you know, Tommy Hilfiger is one of those brands where I really try to avoid it just because it doesn't necessarily sell, you know, terribly well or super well. But if you find the right types of items, like the vintage stuff, or, for example, the other day I found a button front shirt in the Tommy Hilfiger brand that had, like, a whole bunch of crazy designs. It had, like, crowns on it and, like, little weird designs. And that sold for, like, 20 or 30 bucks, somewhere around there. So that did well. But the common stuff that's just pre-owned, try to avoid it unless there's something that really makes it stick out. So Tommy Hilfiger, slim fit, $3.99, should bring in maybe 20, 25. Here we have a starter hat that I found at the thrift store today, $1.99, brand new with tags, starter, definitely a good tag to look out for. It does have like a little bit of light fading or maybe sweat stains inside. I'm not sure if somebody wore it, or maybe it's just been sitting around collecting dust and getting a little dirty. But $1.99, got to do some more research on that, but can't see why I couldn't get maybe 20 to 30 bucks. All right, this next item I'm going to show you is probably my favorite clothing item that I found. This was actually a yard sale find, and when I rolled up to this yard sale, there was a lot of stuff there, hundreds of things, but my eyes kind of like went laser beam on this certain thing, and I just couldn't believe it was there. And once I saw it and I noticed how high quality it was and how unique it was and just how beautiful the item was, which I'm going to be getting to, I thought maybe they're going to charge like 40 or 50 bucks, but I ended up getting it for $10. Check this out. You are going to love this. This is a satin Hartford Whalers jacket. And, I mean, absolutely amazing condition. They said that it was from like the 80s. Not sure how accurate that is, but there's the tag right there. It's got the nice white insides. Just an absolutely amazing find right here. And I actually live in Connecticut, not too far away from Hartford, so I do end up getting a lot of Hartford Whalers stuff in my area, but it is becoming harder and harder to get your hands on. I mean, people just love the Whalers. They're gone now, obviously, but I mean, if I would have got to this yard sale maybe 10 to 15 minutes later, I don't know if this this item would have still been there. So really nice item right there. Let me know what you think. Let me check the comments, see who is rocking and rolling with us today for this haul video. Let me get into the comments and see what is happening with you folks. Maybe shout some people out. Looks like we got Destroyer 76 in the house. What is happening? And not much going on in the comments. If you want to leave a comment, leave it under the actual YouTube video, because I haven't really gotten acquainted with the Google Hangouts and the chat, so I don't really know how to work that as of now. But yeah, let's keep moving with the haul video. Not many people in the comments right now. All right, the next item is a really good item to look out for. This could bring in really good profit if you find the right items. The brand is Ralph Lauren Polo Sport. I'll let you take a look at the tag right here. There it is. Paid $3.99 for this, size extra large, half zip. Really nice design on the front. It's got the flag. And you want to look out for the Ralph Lauren Polo Sport stuff, the vintage stuff, especially the stuff that's really colorful and has the flag on the front. The more vibrant it is, and the more of like maybe an embroidery or a design, or if it has the flag, the more of that type of stuff that you're going to find on the Ralph Lauren Polo Sport stuff, the higher profits you're going to yield. And just a great item to find right here and to pick and to sell. Sells every time. It's in demand. Again, paid $3.99. Need to do some more research, but I don't see why I couldn't get 30 or 40 bucks. Maybe 30. Yeah, so did you folks end up hitting the yard sales today? Did you, you know, depending upon where you live, are you starting to hit the yard sales? Do you have a lot of them where you are? Because like I said earlier in the broadcast, you know, it's just starting to turn over. Yard sale season over here in Connecticut. That's where I live. I mean, we've had a long winter, and you know, it's just getting started. So there's not a ton of yard sales out. I only hit maybe about 8 or 10 of them today, and you know, there was a lot more of them, but they're so spread out that it takes a lot of time to get to them. And you know, that golden time is really between like 7 or maybe like 8, 9, and 10 o'clock in the morning. Once you get to like 11 or 12, for the most part, the really hot stuff is gone. But I mean, there's always opportunities, but those first 2-3 hours are really, you know, when I like to hit them hard. But again, there's not really too many around right now, so let me know if you guys are you know, hitting the yard sales. Let me know if you found anything really good or really profitable. Let me know what your best find was. All right, let's get into the next item. Amanda Bruce says, hate to sound tacky, but did someone die, you think, and donate this new tag stuff? Honestly, there's a good chance that maybe someone did pass away and just left all their stuff behind. I don't know, though. It's all new with tags. So I'm thinking maybe somebody bought a whole bunch of stuff and just maybe they gained a lot of weight, or they lost weight, or maybe they stored it aside, or I don't know. It's always a possibility. Sometimes you wonder when you buy these items, like, what's the story behind it? I mean, did somebody die? Maybe did someone gain a bunch of weight? Did somebody, I don't know, what's wrong with the item? Why did they give it away? Because a lot of these items are just like, they're so expensive in the store, and it makes you wonder, like, why would you donate these things? But, yeah, everybody's got a reason. I don't know. Next item is a beautiful Nike jacket, 100% nylon. And the main reason why I really like this jacket is because it's too extra large. The big and tall stuff sells. I can't pound it in your head enough, guys. The big stuff sells. It's harder to come by. It's more expensive in the stores. And, you know, people are always trying to save a buck here or there. Can't talk right now. Paid $3.99 for this. See if I can show you that tag. $3.99. You really want to focus on the Nike jackets that have like the really big logo on it. These just have like, there's 2 small logos, one on the front and one on the back, so it's probably not going to do as well, you know, compared to an item that had the really big logo and maybe some really vibrant colors. But still a nice item. Should still be able to yield maybe 30 bucks on that, definitely because of the big size. Next item up is a really nice button front shirt. I believe this is brand new with tags. Let me check. Yep, it is brand new with tags. Banana Republic. Definitely another one of those brands where if you find it new with tags, scoop it up. People are always looking for these items. And it's got a spread collar, button front pocket, beautiful stripes to it, and size extra large, 17 by 17.5. Made in China, non-iron. Always look out for the non-iron dress shirts. They always seem to sell a little better. Classic fit. So it looks like this was $69.50 MSRP in the store. New with tags again. Not sure if the person died or not, Amanda, but yeah, $4.99. Should be able to get 30, 35. I sell these Banana Republic New Attack shirts all the time, and they're pretty abundant out there. Let's see who is in the comments section. Let me know how you guys did today with the yard sales. Bill Stoner in the house. What's going on, man? Long time no talk. Bill said, I made a killer find the other day. I got a Sanforized Bluebell pair of coveralls for $1 at a church rummage sale. I don't know what cover, or maybe he's meant to say overalls. But yeah, awesome find right there. And sold a jacket for $100, bought for $10 in January. Corn, I cannot pronounce these. I cannot pronounce these names. That brand, Corneliani. It sounds like a pretty expensive brand. I believe I've seen it before. I'm not sure if it's an Italian brand or not, but definitely look out for that brand. If you guys know me well by now, you know I cannot pronounce these brands, and I know how to buy them. I know what to look for. I could visually see if it's profitable or not, but when it comes to me actually, saying the name correctly, don't count on me for that. Here we have a beautiful Brooks Brothers shirt, and what's interesting about this is it actually says special order on it, and what that means is it was custom. It was a custom fit item. They must have contacted the Brooks Brothers company and had it specially made and tailored for their actual measurements, so it perfectly fits them. And a lot of the shirts that I found today, they had like a little stitching on the front. I don't know if you could see that. I think that it's the initials from the actual owner, and you see that once in a while in the dress shirts. You see the initials stitched in, and I've sold them before in the past. Obviously, it's not as desirable as the ones that don't have it, because they're going to have a certain percentage of the market who doesn't want to have to deal with that issue. And if they're wearing the shirt, everyone's going to say, "What's that mean on the front shirt?" And then they're going to say, "I don't really know," or they're going to say, "I bought it off of eBay." But yeah, it still will sell. I've sold them before. Special order. I really like the contrasting colors, the white with the collar, and the blue and the white French cuffs. Definitely a beautiful shirt. I think I paid $1.99 or $4.99, one of those, and I should be able to get 20 or 30 on that. Here we have a beautiful Paul Stewart shirt, and I found like probably 10 more of these Paul Stewarts, all for $1.99, all from the same. It's got to be the same person, because they were all the same size, pretty much the same color design, and just an awesome item right there. Size 15-35, 100% cotton, imported fabric, made in the USA. You guys, the stuff that's made in the USA is that's the stuff you want to be focusing on. The stuff that's made in China nowadays, and I mean, it just doesn't sell as well. It's not made of as high quality as the stuff made in the USA back in the day. So definitely pick that stuff up. Paul Stewart, again, in that for about, I think, $1.99 or $2.99, one of those, 25 to 35 bucks all day long. A terrific brand right there. How's clothing sales going for all you folks? This month has been going pretty well. The first few weeks of the month, I was actually focusing more on my book, and I had a few other little projects that I was working on. So the listings, I wasn't listing as much. And as you know, eBay's a numbers game. If you're not listing all the time, let me put it this way: the more you list, the more money you're going to make theoretically. So anytime you stop listing as much, you're definitely not going to make as much money. But yeah, I've been getting the listings back up again, and the more you list, the more money you make. All right, this next item that I found was terrific. That's all I have to say about it. It's a vintage LL Bean. Really nice, and the reason why you can tell it's vintage is based on the pockets. You can see that they slant downwards. The slanted pockets mean that it's vintage, or at least that it's not very, very new. I'm not sure if they're starting to do the slanted pockets again, because sometimes they bring back the past to the present and they start doing it again. But the main reason why I bought this LL Bean shirt is because it's a 3 extra large, big and tall, sells super well. I looked this up on the completeds, and they're going for about 30 to 35 bucks used. So keep your eye out for that big and tall LL Bean stuff. This was one of the better finds of the day. Ralph Lauren polo, again, new with tags. Don't hate me, you guys. I get lucky once in a while. Once in a while, you get lucky. If you hit the thrift stores enough, eventually you're going to put yourself in a position to get lucky. And, you know, sometimes I go to the thrift store and, you know, I just, you know, I hit a few singles. I make a few bucks. Other times I hit a double or a triple. And then times like today, it's just like jackpot city hitting grand slams out of the park left and right. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. Here's the newer tag, the Ralph Lauren Polo. It looks like it was $69.99 MSRP originally. Not sure how it found its way into the thrift store for a whopping $2.99. I don't know, guys. Another thing I like about this is it's custom fit. The custom fit stuff is very sells very well, and it's also a size 18 by 36, 37, which is big and tall. Again, this is probably equivalent to a 2 or a 3 extra large. The pit to pit is probably somewhere around 28 inches if I had to guess. So that probably somewhere around 2, 3 extra large. Next items, I'm going to get into some jeans that I found. Again, all at the same thrift store, new with tags. These are some Levi's and 505s. Waist was 35. The inseam was 30. Regular fit. The Levi's jeans sell really well, especially new with tags. I mean, it's just one of those timeless brands where people are looking for it. People are going to be wearing that brand for years to come. And, you know, if you find it at a decent price, scoop it up. Like I said, especially the new with tag stuff will sometimes sell close to the MSRP, maybe around the 70% mark, maybe a little less than that, maybe a little more, depending on the style that you get. But this just had the regular zipper, 505 regular fit, like I said. Had a $40 MSRP on it. Looks like somebody was dropping it down to $29.99. Not sure if it found its way into maybe like a discount store. But ended up getting this for $6.99. Not bad at all. Probably going to sell it for maybe 35 bucks. See if I can get it. If not, definitely 20 to 25. You know, still kind of getting more experience with the jeans, but I have had a lot of success with the Levi's jeans. All right, next pair of jeans that I found is some Levi's and Strauss jeans. Now, you want to be careful sometimes with the size. I might have messed up buying this because it was a size 30 waist by 32 inseam. Doesn't sound like a super popular size just because, you know, most people are fat, you know, or chubby, or, you know, you don't really find many people that are skinny. I mean, if you are, God bless. I'm trying to get back in shape again too myself. But the bigger sizes always seem to sell a little better. So this is a 30, definitely small, $5.99. But it was nice. I liked the color. It was the new fit style, loose, relaxed. And don't see why I couldn't get 30, 35 bucks for it. Give it a shot and see what happens. See what's going on in the comments right now. What's going on, everybody? Steve again with Raiken Profit. Sorry about that. All right, doesn't look like the comments are really loading much. All right, yeah, Cool Toads in the house. What is going on? I saw on my YouTube feed that you had a live hangout last night. I definitely got to check that out. If you guys aren't subscribed to Cool Toads, definitely check him out. He's a great guy. He's got a wealth of knowledge, and, you know, he's just one of those guys who, you know, he's always down to help you out. If you have a question, he'll answer it. If you want to talk to him, he'll talk to you. Just a really down-to-earth guy who, you know, is making money and having fun doing it. So check out Cool Toads for sure. Looks like we've got Happy Housewife in the house. She writes, thanks for all you share with us. I was just at my local thrift store and was looking at suits, sports coats, and suit coats. Most of them didn't have any sizes on them. How can you tell what size a suit or jacket is, or where are the tags located? I found some tags in the breast pocket, but it was a hit or miss. Thanks for your help. Yeah, well, thanks for the question, Happy Housewife. Usually the tags are going to be inside. If you open up the jacket, it's going to be on like the inside breast portion of the jacket or inside the pocket. Other times it'll be behind the collar. But you're going to notice that when you're selling, you know, blazers, sports coats, and suits, a lot of times they're just not going to have the size. So what I pretty much do is I have a method for being able to size it myself. So, for example, say the pit-to-pit measures 23 inches. What you're going to want to do, this is what I do. I multiply it by 2, so it's a 46 chest, and then I subtract 4 inches from that to get the actual size number. So it would be a size 42. And a lot of people think that if you have like a blazer or a sport coat or a suit, if your chest measures 46, then you buy a 46 size suit. But that's incorrect, because if you buy a suit that matches your exact chest size, it's going to be so tight on you, you're going to barely be able to move. So most manufacturers market 4 inches less. So if it's a 23-inch chest, you know, pit-to-pit measurement, multiply it by 2 to get your 46 chest measurement, and then minus 4 inches just to make sure when the person puts it on that it, you know, it fits nicely. So I would mark that as a 42. And then when it comes to the letter size, either regular, short, or long, it depends on the actual height of the person. I'll try to go back in the comments after and find the exact numbers. But usually if the length is around 30 to 32, it would be a short. 33 to about 34 would be a regular, and anything higher than that, like a 35, 36, depending on how you're taking your measurements, would be a long. So that's how I measure it without a size tag inside, which again, you're going to find quite common. Let's get on with the haul. Found this again, new with tags. I don't know what was going on here. The brand is Cinch. And I remember in one of my other videos, I said it was a, in my last video, I said it was an Australian brand with a kangaroo. It's actually not. I don't know what I was talking about. This is actually a brand that I believe was made in Texas, I wanted to say. Somebody corrected me. I believe it's produced in the States. It's classified as Western wear, and it looks like it's a bull on the front. So, yeah, definitely an awesome brand right there. Not Australian. Paid $5.99. Again, size 27 or 34 waist, 27 inseam. So, see how that does. Should be able to get maybe 30 bucks. Definitely a really good brand, like I said. Found another new with tags today, another Levi's. And this was my favorite pair of Levi's jeans that I found today, and I'll explain why. First of all, the color. It's kind of like that dark blue color. It's just more in demand. I'll tell you right now, like when I was in high school and college, and even now, it's just a more sexy look. I mean, it just looks, in my opinion, maybe it's just my taste. I like the darker stuff, and I've noticed it seems to sell a little bit better, especially the black stuff sells like really, really well. This obviously isn't black, it's blue, but the black stuff sells really well in the Levi's brand. And pretty much in anything. I mean, black polo shirts, black button front shirts. If you get a solid black item, pick that thing out if it's a good brand, because people love that type of stuff. The style is 501, original fit, straight leg, button fly. And usually there's going to be two different types of, I don't know, you're either going to find the zipper right here or the button fly. The button fly stuff is definitely on the higher end stuff, sells better. In this for $8.99, going to shoot for probably around 40 bucks on that. Definitely should make out all right. All right, this next item that I found is, again, new with tags. It was like, what am I trying to say? It was like that sci-fi TV show. What's it called? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it was like, it was crazy in there. Like, weird things were happening. The universe was just on my side today. Check this thing out that I found. Excuse me, the tag's all wrapped up. Again, new with tags. Versace. I don't know what was going on there today. Versace, brand new with tags. Show you that right there. Again, paid, what did I pay? Paid $3.99. $3.99 for a brand new with tags Versace short sleeve button front shirt. And it has an MSRP of $99.98. Actually, it has an MSRP of $180. Then it says our low price of $99.98. Then it was cut down again to $79.99. And just based on the tag, I can tell that this has been sitting in someone's closet for like at least 10 years. It definitely looks older. And not sure what I could get for it. Maybe 60 to 80. Versace. Here we have a brand that I've never picked up before, but I've seen it, and I noticed that some of these things can do well. The brand is Puritan. It's not really a high-end brand, but just based on the tag, I can tell it's vintage, or it's at least older, maybe 10 to 15 years older. Again, I don't know if this like a whole bunch of stuff was donated by the same person, but there's a lot of similar tags. It looks like this was sold at Sage Allen. trying to see if there's an MSRP on this. Can't find anything, but this is acrylic, 100%, $2.99. Some of these things do well. I'm going to shoot for maybe 20 to 30 bucks on that. It's all about a calculated risk. I mean, once you start, building up your inventory, and if your profit margins are high enough, you're going to have sales coming in every day. You're going to be creating cash flow, and you're going to have money on your hands. So it's a matter of figuring out what you want to do with that money. Do you want to put it in the bank at, I don't know, 1%? Do you want to hold on to it and have it doing nothing and just keep cash under your mattress? Or do you want to invest it in things that could potentially pay you off? And that's pretty much what I'm doing, like with the brand Puritan as an example. I could have the money just sitting doing nothing, or I could invest it in something that has potential to yield me some good profit. And especially something that's not being made anymore, like that certain style, I know that they're not making that anymore just because the tag looks like it's 10 to 15 years old. So people love that stuff. So, I mean, keep your stuff out. Keep your stuff. Keep your eye out for stuff like that, vintage stuff, stuff that they don't make anymore, because, there's people who buy these items when, maybe they're 40 years old, or they're 30, and now they're 50, or they're 60, and they want to relive their past. They want to wear what they used to wear, and they can't find it in the stores. So, if you could put something up like that on eBay for a decent price, then, you could definitely make some money. Looks like we got Eula McPherson in the comments. He or she asks, I'm not sure, hey, Steve, do you ever sell Joseph A. Bank? What do you think of that brand? Yeah, I sell it all the time. I usually like to stay away from like the button front shirts unless it's new with tags. But I really like the suits. The suits do really well. I've sold a few recently for over $100, and it was the gold collection. I believe that's what it's called. The gold series, the gold collection. Take a look at that, the gold version of the Joseph A. Bank suits. They do really, really well. And sold one for over $100. I think I took a best offer on another one for like $80. But I can't say it enough. I mean, especially if you're new and you're just getting started selling clothes, even the lower end brands that don't necessarily sell the best still have potential to make you money. And as an example, a lot of people, let's talk about the brand Stafford. What's your initial thought when you think of that brand? I'll tell you what mine is: crap. And for the most part, it usually is. I mean, not that it doesn't look nice, or you don't look nice wearing it. I mean, I have nothing against people wearing it, but I'm talking about, when I say crap, I'm talking in resale terms. And a lot of the button front shirts, and I don't know if they make polo shirts, they don't necessarily do too well. There's, they were mass produced. There's a lot of them on the market, and they don't really yield a big profit. But then on the other hand, take that brand that you initially think is crap and look at some really nice blazers in the brand. Maybe some nice navy blue Stafford blazers with beautiful gold buttons, maybe dual vents in the back, fully lined, and you could bring in 50 or 60 bucks all day long, and I do that. I've been selling quite a few of them. So really what I'm trying to say is, don't be prejudiced against brands. Don't judge a book by its cover, all because you watch a haul video, or maybe you have a buddy who sells clothing online and says, listen, that brand's crap. That brand doesn't sell well. That brand hasn't sold well for me. Or even if I say something like that, take it with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, you've got to do your own research. You've got to go on eBay, check the complete list, check the. They don't talk about much, and they think they're bad. They pass them up all the time. But when I'm at the thrift store or at a yard sale, I'll scoop them up, and they sell really, really well. So, definitely don't judge a book by its cover when it comes to the brand. Now, let me know what you think about this in the comments section. Do you agree with me? Do you agree that all brands, all items within a brand aren't created equally? Because really, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities in certain brands, and don't pass them up just because you've heard that maybe it doesn't sell necessarily well. Hey, and also I want to ask you right now, if you're watching, if you like these haul videos, if you want me to do more, and you like learning about new brands and me talking about what I paid and sold for, definitely hit the like button right now. Just press it, because it really helps the algorithm with YouTube to allow this video to get out to more and more people. It'll show up on their feeds, And, you know, I really want to help people to start making more money with the clothing because there's a lot of opportunity out there. And there's so many different, you know, there's so many different types of items you could be selling. I mean, maybe you're just selling button front shirts right now, and that's your niche. But there's another opportunity for jeans. There's an opportunity for sweaters. There's an opportunity for hats. So many opportunities out there. So definitely, if you like this video, hit the like button just so more people could see it. So let's get on with the haul video. All right, this brand that I found right here. Let me ask you guys. I want you to guess right now in the comments. What brand do you think this is? I'm going to give you a hint. This is a brand that Charlie Sheen wears or wore in all his videos in 2.5 Men. Any idea? I'll give you another hint. It starts with an N. Nat Nast. This is a nasty shirt. It's a beautiful shirt. I love it. This is Nat Nast Luxury Originals, size large, 100% silk, really nice design. Paid. I actually got this the other day at a different thrift store. I'm sorry, I mixed it in. $4.99. 2 extra large as well. Wouldn't be surprised if I could bring in maybe 40 or 50 on that. Getting down to the end of this haul. Right here we have an English laundry shirt. Really nice button front shirt. It's kind of got a clubby look to it. Beautiful embroidery, as you can see. Nice stitch work on the front and also on the back shoulder. 65% cotton, 35% polyester. Take a look at that tag. Really nice item in that for probably about $5. I'm not sure. I picked this up the other day as well. And maybe $30 on that. Here we have a Donald Trump. This is a vest. Really nice vest. I usually don't sell this brand, but again, brand new with tags at that one thrift store, $3.99. And I don't see why I couldn't get $20. I mean, it's a nice bright color. It's brand new with tags. This in the store has to be going for $50 at least. So I'm gonna shoot for 20. Excuse me for a second. Ah, that was good. And the last shirt I'm gonna show you is a German brand. It's got like a corduroy feel to it. Really nice color. Black and brown. Looks like it's an Oxford collar. Size large. The brand is Haupt. Not sure if you pronounce it that way. Never listened to how I pronounce it. Just look at the actual tag. But decent German brand. I've sold a few of these in the day, back in the day. Giving it another shot. $3.99. Maybe 20 to $30 on that. And I want to show you a few. These are like snowboarding goggles that I found at Goodwill the other day. They were $4 each. Try these on. I'm going to do the rest of the video like this, but this was $4 each. No, I'm just kidding. The brand is Spy. And I don't know much about this. I've never gone snowboarding my whole life, believe it or not. It's definitely something that I need to do. But the brand is Spy. Spectacular condition. Losing my voice. It looks like these things are bringing in maybe 20 to 25 each, so keep your eye out for that stuff. Found a really nice belt. Been messing with belts a little bit lately. Been trying to learn a little bit about them. This is probably one of the top brands you want to look for with belts. Also a top brand when you look for shoes. The brand is Allen Edmonds. I think I paid $2.99 for that. Should bring in maybe 20 to $30 on that. Maybe a little more. I'm not really sure, but again, only paid a few bucks and just taking a calculated risk. Really, if you're looking for shoes, especially like the men's shoes, I don't know if they make women's. I doubt they do. But the men's shoes, the Allen Edmonds, I mean, those things could bring in a lot of money. And ask anybody who's ever sold those things, or let me rephrase that. Ask anybody who's ever bought that brand new in the stores. They go for a lot of money, upwards to $200, $300, $400, $500, even more than that. So if you can find a pair of Allen Edmonds shoes in really good condition, always check the soles of the shoe to make sure it's not like, you know, all messed up and whatnot. But find a pair of those in really good condition. You could be looking at anywhere between 50 to upwards to 200, maybe more. So definitely look out for that. I'm going to check in the comments real quick to see what's going on in there, see if anyone's talking. Looks like you guys have been hitting that like button. I appreciate that. Looks like we got FT Ideas in the house. Send me a link, I'll join. I don't even know how to send a link, but we should definitely get up on a live hangout sometime. Let's see, Julie Green, Versace, brand new. Oh my God, well done. I know, Julie, it was crazy in the thrift store today. It really was. It was one of those days where you walk in and it's like everything's on your side. It's almost like, you know, there was somebody watching over me. It was the clothing gods watching over me saying, now's your time to shine. And it was a good time. My mother, she came along with me, and she was doing the books. She's got the, let's see if I have my cell phone on me. She's got the Note 3 phone, just like me. And just a beautiful phone. She uses Profit Bandit to scan books. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, if you guys don't know what Profit Bandit is, it's pretty much an application that you use on the phone to scan books. And you see I shook the phone and the scanner actually got brought up. So I don't know if I have anything to scan. Actually, I do. I'll scan this right now live. This is a game that I found today for $3 at a yard sale. It's brand new, in the box, in the shrink wrap. It was called Gestures, the game of split-second charades. So again, anytime I find anything brand new in shrink wrap, I always scan it. So back to the scanner. Let's go back to step 1 again. Here I'm on the main page. I shake it. See if it works. I shake it and the barcode reader comes up. And pretty much all I do, I don't know what I just did. So pretty much what I do is I just put I scan the barcode. It should make a noise. Let me focus that in. It's not much light right now, so it's not really reading. Let me get a light on so I can scan this. Show you guys how the Profit Bandit works live, if it works. Just not scanning for some reason. Alright, I don't know what's going on with my scanner right now. Maybe there's not enough light, but sorry about that. But pretty much what you do is you scan the item, and it'll bring up a page that kind of shows the information of like how much it's going for. That's something I scanned before. Let's see if you can see it. It'll show what it's selling for, new, used. It'll let you know if it's FBA, if anyone FBA is selling it, for how much. It'll give you a rank, which is pretty much a picture in time of when the last time the item sold based on the Amazon algorithm. So it's a great tool to use if you've got a an iPhone or a Android device. You know, download Profit Bandit. It's like 15 bucks, and for a year I think, or it might be lifetime. I'm not sure. And you can scan things and, you know, buy and sell things on Amazon. It's really great. But this actually scanned in at $60. It was starting off at, I believe, somewhere around there if I scanned it correctly. I was kind of moving quick. But $3 to $60 if it sells. Can't complain there. But yeah, like I was saying, my mother, she came along with me. She was scanning books. And I mean, she was in, oh, I know what I was trying to say before. The Twilight Zone. It was like the Twilight Zone in there. It was like do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like, it was wacky. So many deals in there, and she was experiencing the same thing. She ended up buying like 30 books. One of the first few books she bought, she comes running up to me. She's so cute. She comes running up to me, and she goes, Steven, look what I found. And she's showing me her Profit Bandit, and it shows a $45 trade-in. And pretty much what a trade-in is a, how do I explain this? Amazon will pay you, I don't know if it's cash. No, they'll pay you right on the spot for a trade-in for a book, but it has to be like used for like a gift card. So maybe the book's selling for 40 bucks, and you could try to sell it for 40 bucks, and then once fees are all taken out, you get maybe 20 or 30 bucks. Or you could go for the trade-in, which they have sometimes where you could get the gift card. And as you know, like a gift card to Amazon is just as good as cash nowadays, because, you know, we're always buying, you know, items on there. We buy food items on there. We buy books. We buy different products. So she had the $45 trade-in, which is really awesome. And she just kicked butt over there. She probably turned, I think she spent like 11 bucks, and I think she's going to turn that into like 300 bucks, maybe around there when all said and done. So she did great. Was very proud of Mama Profits today. Do you guys scan books? Do you have any experience scanning books? You know, like I said, my mom, she does it a lot. I do it on the side, and I do make some income every month from Amazon FBA. But right now I'm concentrating on some other projects. But there's definitely a really good opportunity with Amazon FBA if you're not doing it. All right, it looks like my laptop is dying. Hold on one second. I got to charge this thing real quick. All right, sorry about that. I didn't have my thing plugged in. Don't want this to be dying on you. All right, all set. I apologize for that. But yeah, I mean, Amazon FBA is a great place to sell if, you know, say you're just selling on eBay right now, or maybe you're just selling on Craigslist, or maybe you're just doing flea markets. Definitely take a look at Amazon FBA. It's very easy to do, and there's a lot of potential to make money. And the way that I'd suggest doing it or getting started is definitely start scanning some books, or just scan some stuff that's sitting at home right now that you have. Maybe if you have any like board games or anything brand new in the box, try scanning those and see what's going on. But yeah, awesome opportunity there. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the live hangout. That's really all I got. I don't think I have any more items to show you. No. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully you learned some new brands, got some new price points in your head, and you can start going out there and, you know, buying and selling clothes. There's a lot of opportunities out there. But if you're new and you want to step up your game and fast track your success, definitely check out my latest clothing guide, 101 Killer Clothing Brands. It is a PDF file. And what's really cool about it is when you purchase the guide from me, I'll leave a link below in the video, or you can just type in 101 Killer Clothing Brands into Google. When you buy it, it actually sends you an email. It sends you the downloadable link right to your email. When you download it, you can put it on your computer or you can put it on your cell phone. And when you're at the thrift store, say you're scanning through the racks, and let's just say you're new and you're not really sure about a brand. Maybe a brand, we'll go with Ermenegildo Zegna. You're looking at yourself like, what is that brand? First of all, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it any good? Click on 101 Killer Clothing Brands. It's got the 101 Killer Clothing Brands in alphabetical order. Go to the E, click on it. It'll drop you right down to the box with the brand. It'll show you the tag, estimated resale values. It'll tell you what types of items to buy, other items to avoid. It'll give you a an idea of how fast it's going to sell, maybe the risk and the sell-through rates, and it'll also give you a jackpot item to be on the lookout for. Like, for example, maybe if you look at the Ralph Lauren section of the book, the jackpot item, I believe, is the purple label item. Find anything purple label Ralph Lauren, boom, jackpot of profits right there. So, yeah, check out the book, 101 Killer Clothing Brands. Definitely really resourceful for anybody, even if you're an intermediate or advanced. And, yeah, if you guys aren't already part of the Green Room, definitely check that out as well. That's a paid subscription-based Facebook group that I run with Retro Aficionado, the College Picker, and Bonafide Hustler. All four of us are admins over there. And pretty much what the Green Room is, like I said, it's an exclusive Facebook group. Not anybody's allowed to join. You do have to pay the fee to get in. I believe it's like $100 for a year. But I'll tell you right now, when somebody pays for something and they're part of something exclusive, you're going to notice that the people that are in there are a lot more active. They're a lot more helpful. They're a lot more, they're just go-getters. And I'm noticing recently in the Green Room that there's so many people interacting and helping each other out that it's absolutely amazing. And one of the benefits of the Green Room as well is you get one-on-one access pretty much with all four of the admins, like I said, the Bonafide Hustler, the College Picker, Young with a Retro Aficionado, and myself. And as you know, maybe you try to get a hold of me or the Bonafide or anybody else on YouTube, especially, you know, when you start getting a lot more subscribers, it's harder to get a hold of us just because, I mean, I'll check my Facebook or my inbox and there's 15 emails coming in. There's emails coming from going to my email. There's emails going on my Facebook. There's emails on my YouTube page. So it's just really hard. I try to get to them all, but it's just really hard to answer everybody's question. And I'm sure it's the same thing with other people. If you run a YouTube channel, you know what I'm talking about. If we don't get back to you, it's nothing personal. It's just there's only so much time in a day. So that's definitely a benefit of the Green Room. For example, the other day, there was a woman who posted a picture. I'm not sure what the brand was. It was some Hawaiian shirt brand that I'd never heard of before, and she posted it up while she was in a thrift store. She said, "Should I buy this?" She said it was $2.99, and all I did was I just typed it in the sold listings real quick and got back to her within a second. I told her, I said, "Buy it. That thing's going for like 20 to 30 bucks." She bought it, and she's gonna make some money. And you know, it's just the benefit of the Facebook groups. Even if you don't join ours, I mean, check out Facebook. There's a lot of opportunities out there for, you know, information. Check out Global Voodoo. He has a Facebook group. And there's quite a few of them out there. There's too many for me to remember right now. But yeah, check that out, and be on the lookout for my my next book that's going to be coming out, Blazing Profits. It's going to be a pretty much a it's going to be an ebook of what to buy, differentiating between all the items, the brands to buy, how to take perfect pictures for these types of items, how to ship items, how to create a business model for selling these types of items. The list goes on and on. I've got pretty much about 300 pages of content with that ebook already, and I'm also going to be bundling it up with some exclusive videos, some PDF files, some templates, and I'm also trying to get some exclusive interviews with some other people who are selling clothing and blazers and those types of items, just to add more and more value to your life. So yeah, be on the lookout for that stuff. Again, I had a lot of fun today with this hangout. Had a lot of fun in general. I love reselling. I love picking. I love what I do. I love waking up in the morning and just, you know, doing what I want. And it's hard work. It's hard work, you know, consistently taking pictures and doing listings and going thrifting and, you know, managing you know, your eBay store and other projects that you do. But it's a great feeling being an entrepreneur, being on your own, making your own profit, making your own living, and you know, I'm not stopping anytime soon. I'm always going to keep learning and educating myself. So hopefully you folks do. So keep on picking and making that money, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.